Well, we're out for our second edition of our 2018 Spring Cap Cam, and today I have the privilege to ride along with Rick Van Gilder of Van Gilder Farms here in Fowlerville. Rick, thanks for letting me ride along.
Yeah, well, you promised not to pass gas, so I'm okay with that.
So, Rick, tell me about your family farm, and tell me who's all involved in the farm here.
Well, my dad's still around. He's the guy that started this, and he's going to be 90 years old in 6 weeks, and
wow,
he's still able to complain a lot. And doesn't really run machinery, but he still drive around and do some inspections if he wants. So, and then myself, and I have two sons, Lance and Ryan. Yeah, they're 30 and 25 years old. Lance 30, Ryan 25.
Awesome.
And so both highly involved in the farm and big stake. And we got some help. Guys that have been with us for 25 and 30 years. So
that's awesome.
A number of those guys. So we're pretty fortunate to have some good help and good family. And sorry about that.
That's all right. So tell us, when did you guys start planting, Rick?
Boy, I should have been primed for that one. It was probably about a week ago.
So you started a week ago?
Yeah. Today's Monday. Last Tuesday, I think we started. So
how many acres of corn are you going to be putting in this year?
In the neighborhood of 3,000 plus.
And you planting some soybeans too?
About the same as soybeans. A little over 3,000 of those also.
Okay. So talk to me a little bit about farming here in Livingston County. I know, for those that may not know, Livingston County is just outside of Detroit. You guys have a lot of population growth here, and is farmland a scarce commodity to get?
Well, it's pretty hard to get in Livingston County. Years ago it was all destined to be housing, and but the crash of 07, 8, 9 kind of might have freed a little bit of that up. So, but that housing development is coming back again, and it seems to be pretty prosperous here in Livingston County again. And with the outskirts of Detroit and Brighton, pretty high rent district down there in Brighton and Howell, obviously both Livingston County.
Talk a little bit, there's been some concerns about commodity prices. Being a farmer, you not only have to put the crop in the ground, but you also have to be a marketer. What are you doing to market your crop and make sure you stay profitable?
Well, that's a good question, because if you knew what the market was going to be doing, you could just make millions, billions if you knew what that was going to do. So, hopefully you get a chance to market that grain sometime during the year, at a decent price where you have a profit. My son just called me a little while ago. He says, hey, I think we can get some $4 corn sold today, possibly, old crop corn. Now, we have storage of our own, so that lets us store some of that grain, which is fortunate for us. So we can capitalize on some of that. Now, last fall, it was 3 1/4, 3.35. So, I don't know who knows for sure. I don't think anybody really does what the grain market's going to do. But you take that risk and say, well, you market some at this price and hope it goes up, and sell some more. So until it's gone. But to be guaranteed, there's no guarantees. Not guaranteed how many bushels we're going to get. We're not guaranteed the price. So it's kind of a little bit of a crapshoot.
It is. It's a gamble. There's been a lot of discussion on trade, and I asked Gary Haynes this same question earlier last week. From a farm level, what's your take on trade? What do you think?
Well, I called Gary to ask him about that, so how would I know? But
what keeps you up at night as a farmer today?
Well, I have to pee a lot. You don't have to put that on.
If that's the worst thing that keeps you up at night, that's a good thing, right?
Hopefully can edit this a little bit.
We can edit it a little bit, but you know, sometimes those are the things that are funniest people want to see. So, but no, in all seriousness, you know, from a farming standpoint, any major challenges that you have that you want to share?
You know, you think, okay, what is the market going to do? You know, do we get a new tractor? Do we buy a new combine? You know, all that stuff is expensive, real expensive. And so you think about some of that stuff if you're doing some trades, which we do a fair amount of. But
so your capital investments, that's those big financial decisions.
There's a lot of things that keep you up at night. But
so how do you know, trying to make sure that you're doing the right decisions to put your farm in the best place for the next generation? You got 2 boys involved, and that's got to be somewhat rewarding, thinking that, you know, they're going to take on the legacy and keep growing, hopefully, right? Yeah,
that's, you know, and there's a lot of computers in this today, and they're the guys that know how to run that stuff. You know, I call the boys, they can get it set up, and then I can run it.
You can run it.
But it's a little bit tough for some of us older guys to keep up with all that new technology, which there's a lot of it.
That's even a challenge for us younger guys.
Yeah, it's always something new coming out. So.
Sure. Well, Rick, I appreciate letting us take the time to ride along today. It's been fun being out here in Fowlerville, Michigan. Any closing thoughts for us?
Well, if you guys have got the afternoon off, we got a lot of rocks out here. It looks like they need picking. So
I'm definitely good at picking rocks.
So if you guys can give our rock picking gal a helping hand, I'm sure she'd appreciate it.
Is that piece rate? Is there a piece rate to picking rocks?
Yeah.
We'll
pay you by the rock.
Okay.
Or the ton. However, we're pretty easy to get along with. But
that's awesome.
No, I would just, you know, my advice is to buy low and sell high.
Well, thanks again for letting us come visit with you today with the Cam. Until next time, keep your eyes on the headlanes, because we might be coming and seeing you next. Have a great day.
Thank you.